Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for joining me. I decided to get things off the ground a little early. I got some stuff I've got to handle, so let's get things rolling there. Looks like I have some conflicting information. So I don't know if you guys are back yet. So I'll just kind of hang out, wait for another few seconds. Actually, right, delay. Of course I got you guys back. It's all right. Anyway, I am actually doing this in the recording because this is some housekeeping stuff for my entire brand, channel, YouTube channel, etc. So I did want to quickly do some housekeeping, like I said, like 5 times now. But first, for those of you who don't know, I am Shadonas. I will be your host for this evening and hopefully for several matches in the future. I am a caster for NGS. Hopefully a few other organizations coming soon. We'll have to see about setting stuff up for them, especially because the season is coming to an end. But about the season coming towards an end, I'm kind of using this as an opportunity to start expanding a little bit. I have typically introduced myself also saying I'm an avid TCG player, and that is going to become relevant real soon as, if you guys check my schedule, next week is the last week of Hot Casts here. So thank you all for joining me throughout the season so far. That is not the end of me, though. I am going to regionals, and as such, I am planning on doing some streaming of my regionals prep. So there's going to be some discussion, research, and other shenanigans with Vane and myself. So we are going to be kind of getting stuff ready because we are on a team. I might bug my other teammate and try and get some interesting conversations and whatnot together, as well as interesting practices. So that'll be good fun. Feel free to join for that. I'm also kind of trying to expand my repertoire, as it were. So if you are interested in my personality, but not so much interested in Heroes of the Storm, and you happen to see this, do feel free to stick around as we will be expanding into a lot of different places, honestly. I might be getting back into WoW once the new expansion hits, so I might do some streaming of that. That'll be good fun. I also am planning on playing around with some Hearthstone, but I don't know how long I can stream that. I tend to get kind of frustrated. But like I said, just try to expand. And obviously card fight, that is where I'm going, or what I'm going to regionals for. So yeah, anyone who's interested in checking all of that out, do feel free to stick around. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the recording. I'll see you all in the match. Welcome everybody to Game 1 between Come From Behind and ICC. Come From Behind did win the coin flip, deciding to go for first pick. So ICC was forced into the map pick. They did ban out Braxis Holdout and Sky Temple, assuming my notes are correct. And Come From Behind banned out Cursed Hollow and Ultrak Pass. ICC then decides to take us to Infernal Shrines, which is a very solid and very common Game 1 map. Johanna and Stukov are the bans for Come From Behind, and Rhaegar and Anubarak are the bans for ICC. Likely gonna see a Hogger? No! Anduin is the first pick for today. Both sides did ban out a tank and a healer. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Kel'Thas is the first pick for ICC, followed quickly by Blaze. So it looks like the offlane will be Blaze for ICC. Interesting that Hogger has not been banned or picked as of yet. This is one of his best maps. I suppose the teams may not play him. That is always a possibility. Okay, my statistics are definitely wrong. It's saying that I have 0 viewers. That is definitely not the case. I know of at least 2 people who are hanging out with us today. I may or may not be one of them. But anyway, ETC and Alarak will be locked in. Actually, I should minimize that. I try not to look at the viewer count, but, you know, sometimes it's just too tempting. Interesting to see the Alarak, though. That is a very uncommon pick. Hogger is banned out here. I'm curious about the Alarak. I feel like that's gotta be just something that they're really comfortable with. That, like... I mean, this is a solid comp for Alarak, though. He is one of the best pick assassins in the game, just because there's an immense amount of setup. And Diablo is banned out, so that is 3 tanks off the board. 1 offlaner and 2 healers. ICC still need a healer. They might hold that for a last pick. Unless they're holding something else and trying to hide it. Garrosh Brightwing! So both sides are going for the pick comps here. So we're likely going to see Throw, Poly, and then Kel'Thas, you know, detonation. Meanwhile, on the side of Come From Behind, we've got ETC Slide, Anduin Root, and then Alarak combo. So really solid pick comps for both sides. I'm usually a big advocate for pick comps myself. Interesting. So we've got Devil Bruiser, Tank, Alarak, and Anduin. Sonya's pretty strong on this map, to be fair. I do have both teams on the right sides, correct? I do not. They did not set up on the right teams. So give me a second. We'll go ahead and swap the teams. That should... swap there. There we go. Apologies for that. Let me just double check a few of the other names. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome to game number 1 on the left side. We have Huckett, Beachy Man, Mr. Joe. I did not say who they're on. Beachy Man on ETC, Huckett on the Sonya, Top Gun on Imperious, Mr. Joe on Anduin, and Mr. Hustler on the Alarak for ICC TBD. On the right side, we have CW Ender on the KT, MJ Doom on Brightwing, Phantoms on Garrosh, Rapid Penguin on the Leoric, and Random Engineer on the Blaze. Lots of damage onto the Leoric already. Also lots of damage onto Sonya already. Fairly aggressive start to this game, which is probably what Alarak wants. Nicely done. That is a little bit of sadism for Alarak right out of the gate. Beautifully done. He is not going E-build, so he is going all in on that sadism. So he's really got to try and stay alive. That's going to cause some serious problems if he does not manage to do so. Brightwing does get caught on the rotation, though. Unfortunately, everybody else was just a little too far away, so they were not able to secure that kill. Phantom's taking quite a bit of damage. Alarak combo does miss. Brightwing does teleport in, trying to keep him alive. The Imperious pretty low there. Might be seeing another Alarak combo in a second. Looked like he was looking at that Leoric. Right wing anchoring the bush. Imperius goes for the invade, dropping real quick, does get pulled. Living bomb does spread to the Anduin, who's very, very low here. Alarak dropping pretty quick. But he is okay. Does go for the combo on Phantoms. A little bit of desynchronization there. 4 advantage is in play. 4 come from behind. And the shrine does get started here. Neither side going for their bruiser camps. Both sides picking up siege camps right now. Maybe an invade? Does not look like we're going to see an invade. Siege camp does get picked up. Alaric pulling the siege into tower range, so it should go down real quick, and it does. Giving a little bit of the objective already. Potentially a problematic choice. Sonya's looking to go in, though. Lots of damage onto the Blaze. He does eat the Alarak combo. Oh, interesting. He went for the Q quest. Very interesting. You don't usually see the Q quest. Pierce does go for the spear. He's dropping real quick. Anduin trying desperately to keep him afloat. Now, how does this work? After hitting 15 heroes, increased scored strike by 60. After hitting a hero 2 in a single strike, increased by 60. Hitting 3 increases by 100 and gains other reward. Got it. So that's why it's 220, because that's the maximum amount of damage increase you can get from it. This is just burning so fast here. Caduceus come from behind, going ahead and picking up their siege camp here. They have a lot more objective clear, so that is definitely a factor that ICC will have to deal with. I always forget which one the purple one is. Oh yeah, speed. Speed tends to be the one I go with. You see full combo on to the Leoric there. Does look like he went the slow. Yep, he does in fact go the slow. Not sure if Alarac's gonna be able to get the triple hit. Like, that is definitely a big part of that quest. Because if you don't get the triple hit, I feel like it's not as valuable as the others. Top Gun taking a lot of damage there. Alarac desperately trying to go for the triple hit. Does not manage to get it. KT does go down, though. Garrosh down to about 30%. Pops the Unstoppable. Spear comes through just a little too early. Bruiser Camp is being dealt with by the Sonya. Both sides looking at the bot siege camp. ICC are starting it. Throw onto the ETC. Spear does not hit the Garrosh. Blaze does flank into the backline. Sonya is not here yet. Does not, looks like Sonya's gonna decide to back off, and they're just gonna go ahead and give this bot siege after the full disengage. Not too much to be lost there, and Sonya has XP to pick up. It should be dealt with pretty easy. Which one's this? Yeah, frozen. So this is going to be a big one to win. Big light bomb goes through. Alarak trying to take out the KT in the backline. Blaze dealing a lot of damage. Pyroblast gets popped. Anduin goes down. Alarak just barely surviving there. That would have been a pretty significant loss. Interesting play with the charged light bomb. Not sure how ETC got out of there, but he did. Nicely done by the cow. And I see the logic in the charge light bomb, but especially against this team, I don't think you can really pass up on Counter-Strike's survivability. Half the objective is taken already. Spear does go out onto the Leoric, and he does get comboed. Nicely done by the Alarak. This might equalize the objective here. Still anyone's objective, though. KT can definitely kind of poke at this and steal it. Blaze looking for the engage. Does engage onto the Anduin. Light bomb goes out. Full combo on to the KT in the backline. March of the Black King going through. Alarak very alone, but also very ignored. Lots of damage onto the Anduin, and Blaze goes down. Alarak continues his aggression onto the backline there. Blaze went down. I already said Blaze went down. But Brightwing also goes down. And the Frozen Punisher does go in favor of ICC just barely, but unfortunately for Come From Behind, this is not an objective that you get any value out of getting a portion of it. Nice unstoppable pops by the Garrosh. Alarak really wants to go in here. Played the High Lord right yet. Nice fort. Yeah, nice fort kill. Very nicely done by ICC. And they're going to go ahead and invade this camp while the Frozen Punisher does continue to push unaided.
Blue team's Punisher has fallen.
Nicely done by the Blaze. He saw the danger and did get out of it safely. Alarak just barely seeing him there. They are going to invade the Bruiser camp here. That is possibly a dangerous play. But it does not look like Come From Behind are going to go ahead and answer this. So the camp steal is successful. Alarak is at 118 sadism. He's probably looking for a fight to stack that Blade of the High Lord, because I don't think he has any Blade of the High Lord yet. Nice spear. Alarak combo, and the Brightwing goes squish. Meanwhile, the same might happen to the Sonya in the top lane, and it does. Sonya does go down. Bot Siege Camp is being picked up by ICC. They have their own siege camp that they can pick up as well if they so wish. Still very much anyone's game here. '16's available for ICC. What does that one do? Good action, such concerns. Ah, gotcha. It's been a while since I played Sonya, and I thought the armor talent there was pretty much always a pickup, but that does seem pretty solid. Alark's another one that I'm interested. Yeah, Lethal Onslaught. Lethal Onslaught with Blade of the High Lord is a pretty standard combo. Looks like we got ourselves a bit of a bush party going on here. dead Blaze. He's dropping real quick. Alarak gets the double hit. Mosh Pit does go out, as well as the Light Bomb. One of those has a much longer CD. And the Blaze and Brightwing were both taken out. And that is the second reward for Alarak. Meanwhile, bot lane 4 is taken out by the side of Come From Behind. Honestly, they could probably just keep pushing. I think they out-siege the opponent here. Aside from the fact that they do have this Bruiser camp in the top lane. Spear does go out onto the Leoric. He then spooky walks away. I'm not overly familiar with how much damage different things do, but I feel like 120 damage this late in the game doesn't mean a whole lot. And that is when he got the second reward. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. It's an interesting quest for sure. We might be seeing the deadly charge in a second. And we do. He does find the KT. A little bit of damage coming through. Here comes the Pyroblast, taking out the Sonya. Blue health bars dropping real quick here. Big Mosh on 3. Alarak's mad. He probably thought that was a triple. I thought that was a triple. And he's even more mad as he does go down. And when the only one left alive here, Fort is gonna go down. And the objective looks like it will be picked up by the Blaze. Meanwhile, the red team continues to push on to keep here. It's definitely an interesting setup. I saw the logic behind it, but unfortunately does not look like it's going to be going in favor of ICC. Are they? Okay, my notes were wrong then. I was gonna say, I feel like that's wrong, but thanks for the catch, King Andrew. I'll have to correct myself. Yeah, no, it said some of the players from Come From Behind were on the side of ICC, so I think the notes were wrong. They also did not include the logos, so not sure exactly what happened there, but I should just trust the teams, probably. Punisher taking quite a bit of damage, but not as much damage as the Keep. Now that I understand which side is which, ICC are definitely... Yeah, no, Random Engineer is definitely someone I cast before, so I should have caught that myself. I trusted my notes over myself. I'm an idiot. Yeah, ICC absolutely bullying this map so far. They did reset the Alarak, which is an absolutely large win. Come From Behind are going to go ahead and pick up their Bruiser camp. Bot Siege was picked up by ICC. Still anyone's game. This is still very much back and forth. ICC also pick up their Bruiser camp, answering the top Bruiser camp all the meanwhile. And both sides now have 20s. There's a lot of things about a lot of these builds that I disagree with, but at the end of the day, I'm not the one playing in Div B, am I? Perhaps I am the fool. Looks like the cruiser camp is going to be answered relatively easily. Looks like ICC are not going to go for the bush gank there. Oh, and a pause does happen. So I'll do the same. Alrighty. Both sides kind of just respecting each other's sides of the map. As I was talking about during the break, objective should be announced real soon, if I were to hazard a guess. There is the potential for a team fight over the siege camp, but I doubt it.
Power gathers within the shrine.
Looks like they want Blade or Brightwing. Emerald Wind gets popped. Spear. Light Bomb. They really wanted that Brightwing. Took a decent amount of effort, but they did get hurt. Heap is going down. Pyroblast on to the Alarak. Counter-Strike goes off. Blaze comes through as well. Mosh Pit onto the back line. KT goes down. That bomb just spreading forever. He did take the infinite spread. Deadly charge onto the Blaze there, who does go down. Garrosh and Leoric remain the only defenders as the core does go under attack. Leoric just absolutely burning there. And he does go down. Looks like the core will be doing the same. Unless Garrosh can pull something off. Which he cannot. Well played, everybody. Well played. Welcome, everybody, to Game 2 in our series between Come From Behind and ICC. Come From Behind did, in fact, win the coin flip, so they decided to go for first pick, forcing ICC into the map picks. ICC did ban out Praxis Holdout as well as Sky Temple. Come From Behind then banned out Cursed Hollow and Alterac Pass. Two macro heavy, well, two large maps. One of them's macro heavy, one of them not. ICC then goes, aha, we see you, and decides to take them to a macro heavy map of Infernal Shrines. Which they lose. Come From Behind. Then ICC is like, all right, fine, we'll go to another map of our choosing, which is Valskaya Foundry with the Brightwing first lock. And the music I need to mute. Sorry about that. We do see the Johanna, Adon, Rhaegar, and Anubrak bands coming through for our game 2 here. The Brightwing first pick. Again, I love Brightwing as much as the next guy, but like, there's a lot of love for Brightwing. Like, I know Polymorph, but like, is she really first pick worthy because of Polymorph? She doesn't have a proper cleanse. Her healing throughput's mediocre. Like, the only thing she really breaks is Poly, in my opinion. But anyway, we do see the Vala Merdin lock-ins for ICC. And Zul'jin Garrosh locked in for Come From Behind. Again, an interesting draft. I'm going to use this opportunity, since we got a second, to set up the predictions. There we go. And there we go. That's all set up. Hello, Stormsword! Welcome to the community. Glad to have you here, and thanks for the follow. Very glad to have you here. Hopefully you find my cast interesting. Glad to see that you are a fan of a team here. And sup, Carly? Glad to have you here. Hope everything's going all right. We do see the Sonya and KT bands to round out our Game 2 bands. Interesting. Again, I feel like they've got a serious strategy picking this map. And I still don't see it with Lucio Thrall. Like, that's a solid team, especially for long fights. But I still feel like there's a very specific strategy here that... Alright, Carly. Since you guys still have me on cam, taking your opportunity. There we go. All stretched out. Yeah, very solid long fight composition there. Interesting! Kerrigan Zul round out our picks for Come From Behind here. And the last pick for ICC TBD is TBD. But it is... Waiting for the last second, huh? Naziba. I'll be honest, did not expect that. Let's go ahead and hit the battlefield here. On the left side, we have Huckett on the Brightwing, Beachy Man on the Kerrigan, Mojo on the Zul, Mr. Hustler on the Garrosh, and Top Gun on the Zul Jin 4. Come From Behind. On the right side, we have MJ Doom on Lucio, Phantoms on Murden, Rapid Penguin on the Nazebo, a random engineer on the Thrall, and I'm missing someone. Yeah, CW Ender on the Vala for ICC TBD. Okay. I hit my mic and wanted to make sure that it wasn't the mic that you guys are hearing through. Not a whole lot of aggression going on here. Garrosh taking a ton of damage there, though. Walking back up a little bit. Dropping real quick yet again. Zombie Wall does catch the Lucio. Blue health bar's really, really low here. But it's the Vala who's the first to fall, followed by Kerrigan, followed by Merdin. 2-4-1 trade favoring Come From Behind. Again, I'm not sure what I'm looking at. Bit of damage going out onto the Zul there. Almost a gank, but he's all right. Does get healed up by the Brightwing. It looks like he's gonna go ahead and start double soaking potentially. I see the strategy for Come From Behind, but ICC specifically chose map pick and went to this map. So I feel like there's a strategy here that I'm not seeing. That's part of the reason why I keep talking about the fact that I'm not seeing strategy, is that specific element. They chose to go for map pick. So I feel like there's a plan, and I don't know what it is. The plan for come from behind is throw poly Kerrigan combo and they're dead. Like, that I know. And that's exactly what just happened to the Zebo. Perfect timing. Wonderful demonstration, boys and girls. I'm also curious about the build. Gotcha. Yep. Throw onto the Vala. She does vault out. Overall, okay. Lucio does finish his boop quest. It's a pretty solid reward. Not usually what you take it for, but still a pretty solid reward. And also kind of a hard quest to get usually. But to be fair, come from behind are really stacked up. Old Jin desperately trying to get some stacks. My word. Dude is hungry for stacks. Meanwhile, top lane's hungry for kills. Kerrigan combo does take out the Nazebo there. Murden does jump in a little too late to save the Witch Doctor. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah. I will not continue the song. My word, come from behind, completely ignoring the objective here and just pushing through the top lane. Kerrigan Zulj Jin do have a decent amount of siege, and that's a dead Vala. So that is a very fair thing to be looking at, but they're legitimately just not caring about this objective. Zulj Jin dropping real quick with those spiders on him, and he does go down. Looks like Brightwing might be next. Nice zoning by the Kerrigan. Not sure what that pull was for. We're about 5 minutes in, and the objective has been mostly ignored. Zul's fine. I know, skeleton build. Interesting. I have gone this build. Wait, no, that's the CDR. I guess it makes sense. He's got quite a few ways to get it. Front wall siege continues. Objective still 30% 0. Is this going to be an objectiveless game? Come from behind, completely ignoring the objective so far. And they're doing work. Nice pushback from the Lucio. Big taunt does go out. Kerrigan combo onto the Nazebo, and he does go down. 10 advantage, showing its ugly, ugly face. Top 4 does go down. Thrall continuing to push through that bot lane. And the camp invade is beginning from come from behind. Again, complete ignoring of the objective going on here. Murden does get thrown. Kerrigan comboed. Dropping real quick, but does pop the avatar. Come from behind, out for blood, and they're getting it. Zulj Jin, though, pops it has Bingo, trying desperately to stay, well, no, not trying to stay alive, just trying to get stacks. That's all he was after there. Dude just wanted his stacks. Unstoppable gets popped to break out of that root. Zulj Jin threw one more auto at the fort there. He would have had it. Spider Quest is done by the Nazebo. Stun onto Kerrigan. Taunt goes out, trying to keep the Kerrigan alive. Objective at 57%. Vala at significantly less. Bone Mages do go out. Kerrigan just trying to combo. Lucio goes down. Nazeebo goes down. And the bloodbath continues. Brawl goes down. Avatar gets popped. And Muradin goes down. 73% on the objective. 2 forts down. And not a care in the world for the children. The objective just continues to be completely ignored. Kerrigan actually thrown over the wall there. Hopefully that was consensual. They take a front wall and just back up. They almost get some percent on... Oh, they might actually get some percent on the objective unintentionally. Nope. Didn't spend enough time on there. Almost did. There is no care for the children. They get a few percent accidentally. That was clearly not the intention. Throw on to... I can't tell. Thrall. I was gonna say, I can't tell who that is. That's a squirrel. Thrall does go down. These picks, just absolutely brutal. Not a care in the world for the objective. Not a care in the world for anything aside from blood and destruction. That is all that is happening right now. And apparently Carly is here for the blood and destruction. Carly, give me your best roar. We are in 3 levels of death territory. Kerrigan looking for a combo target. Zul in a little bit of danger, but overall okay. Looks like Muradin might be going down. He did get unstoppable from the high five. Biotic emitter did get popped. And that is an absurd amount of healing that that thing does. Naz is barely on pace, just absolutely getting bullied out of lane. This Garrosh is pretty good. Yeah, no, he's been officiating a lot of this bloodbath. Lucio's also really good. Like, Lucio's stopped the Garrosh from doing a lot that he wants to. Kerrigan combo goes through. And unfortunately, Lucio not able to save himself this time. Again, the 3 levels of death do continue. This is an interesting Zul build. Like, I kind of see what he's doing, though. Stepping up and dying under Ki. No, that was not intentional. It looked like he dealt a little bit of damage accidentally to one of the heroes and was unaware that the team was backing out. Big Kerrigan engage in response to the Sunder. Vala goes down. Kerrigan gets thrown. Nazeebo goes down. Honestly, into the fray for once actually being used for what its namesake is. And it is absolutely beautiful to watch this happen. You see the Kerrigan ravage in on one, kill it. Then Garrosh throws the Kerrigan at another one. Like, this is a beautiful dance to watch. But apparently not to Lucio's music, as he does go down. Jin trying to burn the core as fast as he can. Kerrigan combo missing a little bit on the Vala. Core going down real quick. My word, what a bloodbath. So, do you guys have some issue with the objective on Volskaya? Like, did you guys, like, is this some form of protest, or?
I wouldn't say it's it's a form of protest. Although I think if Blizzard knew we didn't want it, they would they'd probably do something. But the point is to get Zul'jin stacked, and so we let them take it. But they didn't want it either. So
They couldn't go after it. You were killing them too much.
we just wanted to hit them with an axe. I don't know why they were so against that.
Yeah, no, I was just watching you guys just like, it was an absolute bloodbath. It was a beautiful dance too, of just like the throw initiating Kerrigan combo, and then after that person dies, into the fray, Kerrigan onto another target. Like,
Yeah, there's really nothing they can do. They need to get to Zul'jin or Brightwing, and there's no way they're going to do that.
no, you guys were playing that beautifully, and like
Thank
anytime they almost were able to answer, like the level difference was just too much, because Zul was putting in way too much work on that map on top of everything that was happening.
Yeah, Thrall's really tough to keep up with Soak on that.
Yeah, like you guys saw their weaknesses and were just like, all right, let's roll with it. Like that is the sign of a skilled team, where you can just go, all right, so that's what their weaknesses are. Let's just choose to eat them.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, that was very nicely done. That was a blast to watch. Like, and to be fair, absolutely fair, those Lucio boops, beautiful as well. Like, there was a lot of times I saw them just, like, use one or two abilities and just completely shut you guys down. It didn't shut you guys down long enough, was the issue.
They did stop Garrosh a few times. I had to poly them ahead of time.
Yeah.
So he could walk up and then give him the speed Pixie Dust.
Yeah, no, that second game...
Eventually he gets in there.
That second game showed why you guys were Seed 2, for sure. Like,
yeah, I'm glad you don't want to talk about the first game. That was a lot harder.
I was gonna say, that was the serious back and forth, too. Like, I really did not know who was gonna get that. Especially once the Alarak pick happened, but you guys managed to stop their roll and turn it back. So
yeah, a couple
things.
Our team was a little bit more late game. Garrosh falls off a little bit, and Imperius really picks up at the end. And then Brightwing got caught out, so that saved it.
Yeah.
We didn't have to have a fair fight.
Yeah, no, that was a big thing that you guys did. Every time you saw any amount of opportunity to do much of anything, I did notice you guys capitalized a lot on that. Like,
yeah,
you guys have got to be a terrifying team to fight, just because you can't make any mistakes.
We have a team full of murderous sons of bitches. they all have murder in their heart.
Please watch the language, but yes.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, like, yeah, no, that, like, you guys were out for blood in both those games, and it served you well. So, like, I can't say you guys had too much bloodlust.
Yeah, as the healer, right? Did you see the one right in the beginning where they chased us all the way back to our wall, and then Kerrigan comes back out and stuns 3 of them?
Yes, I did see that one.
I was yelling at her as the healer. I was like, "You should not come back out."
Yeah, no, with like 1% HP. Yeah, no, I've been there. I've been there as a healer.
You're a healer too, so you know the pain.
But anyway, yeah, no,
we did get 2 of them.
Those were fun to watch. Those were very fun to watch. Very nicely done by both you and your opponents. Like, that's just... It's hard to deal with a team that has that much bloodlust and doesn't make as many mistakes as you'd expect from a team with that much bloodlust. Because, like, they tried to punish you for your bloodlust a few times, but you guys just didn't make enough mistakes that are typical for an aggressive team. So it's just like...
So in the first game, they did one really good play where Alarak was diving in with the light bomb, and Kel'Thas was just out of range. He backed up when he saw it all happening, and then I missed the leap also.
Yeah, I was seeing that one.
And then they wiped us, so that was really good.
I do remember seeing that fight, and I did comment on it. But yeah, that was very, very nicely done. I don't have too much else to talk about, but like that was a blast to watch. You guys really showed off why you're Seed 2. So I'll leave the floor open to you for shoutouts.
All right, thank you. Shout out to the whole team. You guys didn't screw up, and for that I thank you. All right. Well, thanks for casting.
You're very, very welcome. Like I said, it was an absolute blast. So
good. All right, talk to you later.
Yeah, good luck in the rest of the playoffs.
Thanks.
Yeah, unfortunately, despite all that much fun, we do have to call it here. So let me just double check. Do stick around if you're an NGS fan. I do need to pause the recording, or actually end the recording. So thank you guys for joining.